Namaskar and welcome to another 9 p.m. live. Now the thing is, the second phase is over today, and today I have got more than one guest. I've got more than one eminent guest with me, and I'm directly going to take you to the studios. Let's talk to them and let's talk about what is the second phase, how was the second phase, and what does the India Alliance hope from the second phase. Let's get right to it. Sir, thank you so much for joining me, Shashank. Thank you so much for joining me. I don't need to introduce Mr. Anand Vardhan to my guest. I think they know me. They know him more than they know me. So, sir, I'm not going to waste your time by introducing you. So, that's one. Shashank, of course, my colleague from SW News Network. Sir, Shashank has been covering on ground, and Shashank has been, actually going around talking to people, finding out what's happening, what's the mood, and so on and so forth. So I'd like to know from him a lot of it, sir. So before I get talk to you, Shashank, can you give us an overall thing of what happened, where, how, when?
So, Sujit ji, basically, second phase, if we see Maharashtra has gone, the voter turnout has gone further down, 54.34% we have seen. Till 5 p.m. this numbers on the Election Commission website that we can see. So, which is lesser if we even if we count it as 60% also. Then in the first phase we saw around more than that. So 62, 63% it was in the first phase. So what we are seeing is a very lower voter turnout in Maharashtra, and maybe the reason could be a lot the heat and the summer season could be one of the reasons. And several key constituencies had gone to polls today, like Akola, where the fight is very interesting as Prakash Ambedkar's Vanchit Bahujan Aghadi, Prakash Ambedkar himself, Vanchit Bahujan Aghadi chief and grandson of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar is contesting. And then there is a Congress candidate and there is a BJP candidate as well. So the contest is going to be quite interesting. Amravati is another contest which is going to be very interesting because Navneet Narana is going to be has contested from the BJP ticket. Earlier, she contested with NCP's backing. Now with BJP ticket, she has contested, but there's a lot of internal ambush because of her candidature. Like a section of the Shiv Sena had revolted. Bachchu Kadu's party, which is Prahar Prahar Jan Shakti Party, which is an ally of the NDA, but interestingly, they have actually protested against her candidature, and he has also fielded a candidate against her. So these are all very interesting things that now, which the mainstream is actually not covering. In Amravati, there's a lot of NCP. Ajit Pawar had objected against Navneet Rana's candidature. So these are Nanded is going to be another interesting contest because Nanded is said to be Ashok Chavan's bastion. So now that Congress does not have an Ashok Chavan, BJP has Ashok Chavan. So it would be interesting to see what happens.
So good. So I have one more guest. I have Mr. Matthew Anthony from Congress. He is the president of All India Professional Congress. And sir, Anand Vardhan ji, I'll get to you. Now let's get to analysis. Sir, एक बात बताएं sir. What is the problem? Why are people not turning up? And I asked you. I mean, you were asking this question to Anil Swarup. Why are people not turning up for voting? Sir, you are mute. Sir, you are mute. Can you unmute yourself?
To be very blunt and very, well, people are fed up with Modi ji's whatever he talks, and so this time somehow Modi ji is not able to rouse that thing in the people to go and vote. Especially the BJP is telling that too much of a heat is there, and I think in 2019 it was not snowing. Even in 2014 it was not snowing. I mean, it was the heat was the same at same point of time we were voting. So these are all gimmicks. Now this also has told us has shown us that what we all the years we were listening that BJP has a very strong organization. They have a people up to Panna Pramukh, and no one can match that. And it is all the opposition parties together cannot match the might of. But the जिसको कहते हैं ना पोल खुल गई, their Panna Pramukh and their organization was not able to convince their voters to go to the voting booth and cast their vote. Uh, there is a video, there is a WhatsApp. I mean, I don't think so whether it will be right for me to share that or not, where the IG zone, by mistake, he has forwarded that WhatsApp to a group of journalists somehow, because most of the places the IG zone is also interact with the journalist people. Now, where at 3 o'clock he receives a message from, and this is from Amroha, that the voting is very high, referring to the Muslims. Now it is the Juma Namaz time. They are not voting. Please ensure that there is lot of force, because in the afternoon they will again come and vote in numbers. So this is the level of thing which they are trying to do. Somehow, I feel that people this time, people are not bothered, especially in this part of the country. I am talking of the UP Bihar area, where we talk too much. We talk of politics and things like that. But somehow this time Modi ji is not able to make his voter uh, go in this heat, vote and things like that. Whereas there is a determined voter which which is voting for their survival, because there are voters not only in the minorities, even the Dalits. The fear that they might be voting for the last time, because if this BJP government comes back and if they get 400 seats, this thing has gone down. I mean, to every nook and corner of, at least in UP, that संविधान बदल जाएगा. The constitution is going to be changed, and the suraksha kavach, the security cover which we have got in form of a reservation, will be taken away by this government. And why this is happening? Because not only their leadership, I mean, Jyoti Mirdha, you keep on, Jyoti Mirdha, Lallu Singh from Ayodhya, Giriraj Singh from Hegde from Bangalore, uh, Devaroy from his economic advisor. Apart from them, RSS not today, RSS time and again is of the opinion, and they have expressed it officially, that they are against the reservation. And mind it, 2026 is going to be the 100 years of RSS. So people also say that Modi ji wants to give that gift to RSS in form of taking back that reservation which is given by the people of India, and which, in my opinion, is something the least one can do for the people who are being provided with this reservation. Sujit ji.
Yeah. Anthony, tell me, people not coming Modi ji's problem, or people not coming, is it good for Rahul, or is it bad for Rahul, or is it bad for BJP? Why? What would you think?
Sujit, thanks for having me in your show. And let me clarify one particular thing. I am the former president of the Professionals Congress in Mumbai right now. Now, coming to the issue which we are addressing right now, people not turning out is bad for democracy. Whether it is for this party or whether it is for another party, we are India's largest democracy, and we should have people exercising their franchise. Now, there are a couple of reasons for this. One is, the nation has identified the Prime Minister as a habitual liar. I'll tell you with the facts. 10 years back, now everybody laughs at this 15 lakhs. But we should also understand that a man who was wanting to be the Prime Minister shook the nation with a promise that I will bring the black money back, and promised a 15 lakhs rupees per individual's account. And it's been 10 years. So, has this man been lying knowingly to the people of India? That's the first one. The second one is the telecom acquisition scam, the telecom scam, 2G. Now, everybody in the 2G scam has been acquitted. Now, will the BJP apologize to the nation? Will Prime Minister Modi apologize to the nation for having a wrong allegation or a false allegation against the government. Now, today we read that the credit card spend in the internet economy is around more than 1 lakh crores. It's a historical number. But how was it enabled? It is the telecom infrastructure which enabled the internet economy. The other one, when the petrol price was 70, the international petrol price was at 113 per barrel. The Prime Minister then, Dr. Manmohan Singh, exercised his prudence, economic prudence, cut the excise cost, and controlled the price at 70, 71. Now, the international price is at $84. And in between, we got a windfall from the Russian crude oil price also at $50, $52. And the price is touching $100. Who is looting this country? And then at that point of time, Prime Minister Modi made a statement, give me 50 days and I will bring this price back. It's been 3,650 days. The same with the American dollar. It was at 60. Now it is at 85. The Prime Minister again promised. You look at now the inflation which has caused, the price rise which has caused. It is a bad administration. It is purely a single focus on the BJP and the Prime Minister to project himself as a one and only leader of the country, as a one and only leader of the BJP, by looting the government money for his own promotion. And that is where this public disdain has come. And look at the lies continuously being floated onto the people on the failure, and then the corruption on the electoral bonds. The Prime Minister is personally implied on this corruption because he's the largest beneficiary for getting this money to run the election show and his prachar. And the PM Care Fund, the government has come out and said that it is not a public fund at all. Then where is the money? And we all know that if at all we have to get a CSR fund from any of the PSUs, what is the nightmarish compliance which we all have to go through? And these companies got more than 25,000 crores. And out of that, 65 to 70% is from the PSU companies. Where are these money going? So for this simple reason, the Prime Minister has been a habitual liar. He is personally corrupt, and it has been proven beyond doubt. That is why. And then there is a fear factor in the people. If at all you go against the Prime Minister, they have used CBI, ED, and enforcement as their ally, as a political ally, by cutting their independence, cutting their freedom to perform independently, and making them as a department of the BJP. We have seen that in the electoral bonds. So that is the reason why we see this reluctance in the people to come and vote for a BJP, because there is a fear in them that whether they will be ridiculed, whether they will be targeted after that, because they have created that fear culture. But people have also realized that the Prime Minister is a habitual liar. He doesn't have any conscience, any intellectual integrity to lie to the people of this country. Even, in fact, look at the inheritance tax. There is nothing of a conversation of that in the Congress manifesto. And he has made a mountain without even having a mole. He's lying, absolutely lying. And look at the polarization he's doing because of the fear. That's exactly what is against the Constitution, and that is exactly why the people are fed up of Prime Minister Narendra Modi as well as the BJP.
Singh Saab, let me ask you what Matthew just said. And before I come to you, Singh Saab, I want to know on ground, Shashank, did you find all voters just coming there to vote against Modi, or did you find BJP voters there, or it was not? There was no BJP voters there?
See, the mood on ground, we cannot say that in Maharashtra there is no Modi magic, or there are no people who are supporting PM Modi. So the thing is that on one side, the opposition is trying really hard that they could make this election localized. Like if you hear the speeches of Uddhav Thackeray, NCP, Sharad Pawar, and the Congress, they are trying to localize the elections, whereas on the other hand, the ruling party is what Devendra Fadnavis is saying, that this election is about Rahul Gandhi versus PM Modi. So on ground currently, definitely there are people who are voting in the name of Modi, but definitely there is an angst against people. There is anger. Farmers are unhappy. A lot of weaker section of the society is unhappy, and that is being felt on ground.
Sir, Singh Saab, my question relates to this. A lot of political parties have been told, a lot of spokespersons, a lot of star campaigners, have been told that, bhaiya, dekho, you speak about anybody else, but Modi ke bare mein mat bolo. as far as opposition is concerned, which technically means that, listen, people wouldn't want to listen against Modi. That is a fact. So if all of this is true, then where is the angst? Why the angst, and where is this angst from?
No, I don't agree to that, because I feel what BJP is today is Modi. Now, as rightly, if you see all the now today, even if you see the star campaigner from the opposition side is Rahul Gandhi. In all his speeches for last 2 3 days, his name, he by name is telling कि Narendra Modi, because what I feel is, जिसके कहते हैं ना कि तोते की जान आई मीन अरे राजा की जान तोते में है, the life of the king is in that parrot. Now if Modi is today, what is happening, BJP have other leaders also, but Modi by his own, the way he functions, you come to UP, I understand, you go to Madhya Pradesh, you go to Bihar, there none of the hoardings have any other, it is only and only Modi. There's no second leader you will find in any of the hoardings. As far as the opposition is concerned, I will tell you two things. Whatever opposition has planned, there are certain things which the arm jan, which the common man of this country has decided. These two things were not planned by neither Congress or BJP. When BJP, there are two turning points in this election and two game changers. One is "Ab ki baar 400 par." When Modi gave this slogan, Modi thought he's giving something, and he was very happy about it. No, and when people said why 400, so we will change the constitution. Now that is something which has triggered, which is somehow, which is any Dalit, any people who are covered by that reservation are today feels that if this 400 par, or this, if we give that type of a mandate to Modi, the constitution is going to be changed. The second part is, even the Congress party never thought that their manifesto, the biggest star who is now today publicizing their manifesto is Narendra Modi. There is no doubt about it. Because that somehow when Narendra Modi started talking on their manifesto, and he's every day he only talks of Congress manifesto, people start reading it. Now, when he says it is a Muslim League manifesto, I think couple of, not thousand, lakh of people, we all got interested. Ki where is that Muslim League written? What is there about Muslims? Then he talks about something else, inheritance tax or something like that. Now people start reading it, and when they go through that Congress manifesto, they find that it is something very. Congress is now talking of in terms of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are not talking कि देश को आगे बढ़ाएंगे, देश को बहुत अच्छा करेंगे. They are talking of, if we come to power, we will do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever nyay or whatever guarantees they are giving. They are, if I'm not wrong, they are about 25. Now, this is something which they have not planned. The second is, Modi was planning as the game changer Ram Mandir. He thought that Ram Mandir will be something which I will make at a scale which no one can match, and this Ram Mandir we will cross this 2024 thing with Ram Mandir. Somehow, Modi never thought that his Ram Mandir and his being the champion of Hindu cause will be challenged by the Shankaracharyas. Now, maybe when the history is written for 2024, whatever is the outcome, the role of Shankaracharya will not be written. But I feel Shankaracharya told the average Hindu of this country that what Mr. Modi is doing to his to Hindu religion. He's using that Hindu religion, he's making a mockery of Hindu religion, and he's using it only for his political purposes. That is not Hindu religion. I'm a practicing Hindu. I do puja every day. Now that is not my Hindu religion. What Modi is telling. So Shankaracharya somehow, wittingly, unwittingly, has taken all the wind out of that campaign of Ram Mandir, Ram Mandir, Ram Mandir. So Modi was still hoping that something will come out of it. Ram Mandir is not an issue today. It is again Congress, and I must admire Congress. We all, most of the people I will say that everyone in the media were telling that I have a prescription which if Rahul Gandhi works on that prescription, he can sail through. And if he doesn't work on that prescription, he's going to be doomed. If everyone in this country, every journalist worth his name was having a prescription and was ready to give it to Rahul Gandhi, agar ye nahi karenge to it is gone. We were telling that if India Alliance doesn't have a CMP, it somehow he has stuck to his thing. No, he is not going out of berozgari, mehengai, bhaichara, 4 5 things. He's not going anything other than that. So people are now realizing the issues are this. Whether Congress will deliver it or not, that is a secondary thing. Whether India Alliance will stick together is another thing. But at this point of time, people feel that the present regime is not in the interest of the country, interest of the people, and it is not at all a pro people. We must get rid of Mr. Modi and BJP, and then we will sort it out. How the country is going to be run. I mean, that is what I feel at this point of time. Sujit ji.
Matthew, I want to ask you this question. And you've been in charge of Northeast. You worked a lot in Northeast, and so you've seen on ground. 22% is what people say, that 22% people wanted to vote for Modi because of Ram Mandir. This is CSDS survey said, not something that I said. CSDS says. So it's not that Ram Mandir has not really helped him. It is helping Modi. Maybe he expected more. That's a different issue. But isn't it actually the fact on ground, Matthew?
Sujit, I'll answer that in the course of the time, but I would start by saying that our manifesto, as said by our leader Rahul Gandhi, is a very revolutionary manifesto because it is a people's manifesto. It's a voice of the people which is reflecting there, and I'll tell you the specific reason. Because the Bharat Jodo Yatra, the 1 and the 2, covered 4,300 kilometers in the first phase, 6,500 kilometers in the second phase, crossed from Kanyakumari to Kashmir and from Manipur to Mumbai, touched millions of people, took feedback from them, and we put the subjects which are of concern. We have addressed the unemployment, we have addressed the price rise issue, we have addressed the women insecurity, we have addressed the social inequality with the caste census, with 1 lakh rupees going to the poor women in the family and 1 lakh rupee going for skill enhancement per annum for the unemployed youth. Now, this is revolutionary. Why? Because the money comes into the system, the money goes back into the system also. So there is a 360-degree benefit for the economy because the money comes to the people's hand and the money goes back to the system also. So in the process, it rotates many hands. Now, coming back to the Ram Mandir issue, let us be very clear that the Congress has never got an issue with Ram Mandir or any religion or any faith or any god, anything for that matter, of any particular community. We respect every particular faith and community as per the secular values which we adhere to. Now, we disagreed with the politicization of the Ram Mandir, which Modi did, for his own personal benefit. A lot of secular people in this country, belonging to all faiths, were disagreeing to the fact that no, religion should not have been politicized. We maintain from then to even now that we have absolutely no problem with the Ram Mandir, or for that matter, any faith, any god which is being practiced, which is being worshipped by any citizen in this country, because that is given to them by the constitution. So that our party stand is very clear. Now, having said that, now people are also kind of seeing the Modi's failures one after the other. And my respected panelists said that, whether Congress will deliver the promises. BFSI sector, liberalization of BFSI sector, ITES sector, telecom sector, the biggest, largest employment sectors were opened up by whom? It is the Congress party which opened up the entire sectors, which is the largest employment generators of this country. MGNR, the Rural Employment Scheme, who opened up that one? It is the Congress who opened up that one, which gives a lot of rural employment. And this is exactly what we are saying now. We are committing the promise, and we have delivered the promises in the state of Karnataka. We are delivering the promises in the state of Telangana. So what is more from the Congress to be proved that we will deliver the promise. And we are not giving a manifesto which is wide, vague. We are being very specific. You compare it with the BJP manifesto. Is there anything specific there on any of these things? There is nothing specific there. So that is the confidence under which we are speaking right now here. And that's what is going to make us win the government also in June 2024.
Singh Saab, one thing one has to agree that you see, we say that Congress party, I mean, we say that BJP is communally dividing the country. They are polarizing. But see, Congress also recently is speaking about caste divide. So how is it different? Because they are sticking to caste. Is it different, or wouldn't that be equally damaging to the country?
Sujit, what I feel is because the Hindi heartland, when you talk of caste, what I understand, and especially from the opposition point of view, they are not talking only of caste. They are talking of the caste and economic survey. They are telling jati evam arthik sarvekshan. When they talk of jati sarvekshan, and it is again and again it has been emphasized, it is jati and economic. Now, why I'm telling you this is because you will find there is a relationship between the economic state of a person and his caste in this country. Uh, and when this question is raised, that 97 out of 97 secretaries, only 3 secretaries are from the backward class, which is a reality, and we must admit to it that there has been a wrong done by people around us, including us. So this is not a caste survey which is dividing. What I still feel is either Modi ji is not able to understand that, or the people are not understanding it. Still, the solution is not there. What I feel is what Congress Party or the India Alliance is trying to say: let us know what is the state of affairs, and then we will decide that what is to be done. And then, in their scheme of things, they say that when we will decide what is to be done, we will have consultations, we will have different forums on which we will go and talk. So what I feel is this is only the part of the diagnostic. It is more of a diagnostic. They are not telling that we will give this, give that. They are telling you, let us understand what the problem is. And I don't think so there should be any resistance from any party to know that what Modi ji is not ready to do even a normal census, which is not only overdue. Because if you don't have a census, suppose today I have to come from Lucknow to Mumbai. I have to plan something. How many kilometers? 1400 kilometers. My scooter is giving me 20 kilometers a kilometer. How many liters of petrol? We don't have any data. NSSO is somehow is just not functional. Whatever data is coming, Modi ji is not ready to reveal it. So this country cannot be run like that. I have a stake in this country. I must know that what is happening in this country. How many people are there? So Modi is not G is not ready, and that is the crux of the problem. Where I feel that and mind it, Congress has now committed for it, and I must say, in 2014, it is only because of the misdeeds of Congress that this government has come. No one can shy away from that. It was Congress who somehow in their own thing has done something wrong. That is why for last 10 years Modi ji is ruling this country. Today Congress has committed themselves. If Congress is not going to deliver, again the people of this country will look for another alternative. So Congress either has to deliver, or people have another choice after 5 years.
Great. Congress has to deliver, or people have another choice. Now tell me, Matthew, what happened in Karnataka? Why is Congress not delivering in Karnataka? Why was Congress didn't deliver in Chhattisgarh? Why did Congress not deliver in Rajasthan? What really happened there? Why are you guys got a chance? I mean, you should have put a heart, soul, blood into it and possibly come back to power there. Why haven't you delivered?
Karnataka, we are back. Chhattisgarh, it was unexpected for us to lose
Karnataka,
that
you are back. Sorry. I just need to interrupt. I'm extremely sorry. Karnataka, you are back, but by the looks of it, it's not really going your way. The current polls and opinion polls say that it's not going your way. Why?
Sujit, as per my colleague saying about the data and and the issue for the government with the data, we have our concern with the kind of surveys which are coming out, because these are surveys which are used for perception building. You are, before the journalist role, you had an advertisement entrepreneur cap with you, and you know that how a perception building narrative will help to influence minds. And that's exactly what is happening with a lot of these surveys coming out just before the elections with a sweep, where everybody knows, with a little bit of acumen, everybody knows that these are not the actual survey results, or these are not the results which is coming from the ground. So Karnataka we have delivered. Chhattisgarh, we didn't perform as per the expectations. Now coming to Karnataka back again, I think it is again the survey giving a wrong information, whereas internally we are very confident that we will be winning majority of the seats in Karnataka. Let's wait for June 4th to see how exactly we perform in Karnataka as well as in Telangana, and partially in Hyderabad also, because we are seeing a good revival in Hyderabad, in Andhra Pradesh after a few changes in the organization. Now 2014, to go back on the remark made on the Congress party, you see the 2G scam acquittal happening. Everybody has come out clean. You see the Praful Patel coming out clean. So where is the corruption? These were the two major corruptions alleged against the Congress party during our regime at that point of time. And the price rise and inflation. You know what BJP has done with it? They said they will clear it up. They've just escalated the gas price from 240 to 400, from there to a 903. And people, the middle class, were fooled by giving up the subsidy, believing that Modi will hold the LPG prices at 400 or lower. Now are paying the price of it by giving away the subsidy by paying 1,200 rupees. This is the reality of this country. And there is absolutely no data which can be verified, which is coming out from any of the government agencies right now. So what are we supposed to believe on? So that is why we are saying that, with confidence, we are coming back in June 2024. And then let us also be fair to the democracy in which we believe in. If we are not performing, let us be out. But then, BJP also has to perform. They have been completely lying to the people for the last 10 years. Do you think that before 2014, there was nothing there in this country to see all the developments are claimed by BJP? It's absolute lying or shamelessness from the part of BJP. Yeah, sorry, Sujit. Thanks.
No problem. Mathew is a very dear friend of mine, and we both from Mumbai, so we kind of meet a lot. But the point is, Singh Saab, let me ask you, and Mathew, this is not personal. I just want to understand this, and that's why I'm asking this question to Singh Saab. Singh Saab, why is it that it takes so much time for Congress to accept the fact that people rejected them because of corruption? Accept the fact and move on and say that, listen, we are a new improved lot or whatever. Why does it take Congress so much time? Number one. Number two is whether whatever happens, whether you see 90% of Congress people who are supposed to be corrupt are now in BJP, which all that is fact. But the fact remains that people, common man on the street, thought that Congress was corrupt. Wasn't it a fact? So why can't we accept it, as in Congress accept it, and move on? Singh Saab.
No, I will not say it was the corruption was the only thing which, because of which Congress lost that. Congress somehow was not delivering. Let me tell you 3-4 things. One of my journalist friend says that Congress always have the sleeper cells of BJP, which they still have. The closest people to Rahul Gandhi, if you say in those times, I'm talking of 2004 to 2014, who were his close allies and who were his confidant? Jyotiraditya Sindhya. Where is he today? Jitin Prasad. Where is Mr. Jitin Prasad today? Milind Deora. RPN Singh. Now, somehow, Rahul Gandhi, I will say, also have evolved himself. He has understood who is who. Because there was a time when these English-speaking people coming from the public sector public school background, from a rich legacy, Jyotiraditya Sindhya's father, Jitin Prasad's father, RPN Singh's father, Milind Deoda's father, all these things was happening. He has learned I will say he has learned his lesson. Even today, how you can afford, what is the explanation of keeping Mr. Rohan Gupta as the social media head, who everyone was knowing that he has a links with BJP? His firm is working for BJP when he was heading the social media thing. Everyone was knowing. barring Mr. Rahul Gandhi and Congress people who make decisions. Gaurav Vallabh, why Gaurav Vallabh was there? What even today, everyone knows what Rajiv Shukla role is. Everyone knows what is happening in Himachal. Everyone knows who was the people responsible. When BJP was going to have contest Rajya Sabha, Rajiv Shukla was not knowing that what is going to happen. This Rajiv Shukla has a link with Anurag Thakur and that BCCI, that Jai Shah. Ask anyone. When Arun Jaitley was there, most of the time he was sitting there. Now everyone knows what Rajiv Shukla is. But Congress is in the habit of keeping all these sleeping cells. I don't know. I mean, what is their compulsion is? Ghulam Nabi Azad, what is his contribution? Because why I'm telling you harshly these things are because today we are criticizing Congress, and because Congress is the only hope for the majority of of the people of this country, where they feel that they can get rid of Mr. Modi. There's no one else. That is why there is an anger and there is an anguish for against Congress, because who else is there? Who else is there? Now, this is what is somehow Congress, I feel. Rahul Gandhi after Bharat Jodo Yatra is a different Rahul Gandhi, and people are also taking him in a very different. He has a different role. He has a different vision. He is more connected. Uh, I will not say he was always connected. There is absolutely no doubt about it. But somehow he is more communicable. Uh, he has foot on the ground, and somehow maybe by default, Congress has got an excellent president. Kharge ji, with his experience, has that seniority and has that experience and has that background that no one can abuse Kharge ji. Kharge ji को गाली नहीं दे सकते because of his background. They can afford to abuse Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, everyone. But no one has the guts to abuse Kharge because of his background. So I must say Congress somehow at this point of time has an opportunity. It is up to Congress to use it or not use it. Because I will tell you, even in the recent times, all 10 seats of Haryana is on a platter for Congress. Because of their indecision, because of their infighting, they are not announcing those seats. At least announce those 4 or 5 seats where you are sure about it. All those 10 Haryana seats, it was going to be 10-0 for Congress. No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't know what Congress is doing about Haryana. So, Congress has their own problems. There might be an explanation for everything, but Congress has their own problem. Even the Jairam Ramesh, their media head, the way they see his body language, the way he comes. अरे भाई, तुम्हारी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस सुनने कोई नहीं आएगा. There will दो आदमी नहीं आएंगे. When Rahul का ये नहीं बैठा, कह रहा है, अरे who are you? Are you a class teacher? I mean, he doesn't have the basic courtesy of talking. So why I'm telling you this is because someone has to tell this, and Mr. Jairam Ramesh must understand that people are listening to him because he's talking from a Congress platform. Had it been in his individual capacity, let us see how many journalists or how many media persons goes to his house to get a bite. So Congress also has to change. Congress is changing. There is no doubt about it. But Congress also has to change.
But Matthew, I've got 3 minutes for my show. Can you answer what I just said? Congress has to change. Do you agree?
See, I worked in a company called AP Moller Maersk, and also I am a great fan of Mahatma Gandhi. And in AP Moller Maersk, there were quotes which were made, and in Mahatma Gandhi's book also, which has made this quote, which is quoted by Martin Luther King also, is that the only thing which is constant in life is change, and the one who can embrace it as fast as it can makes the better out of it. Now, coming back to it, since this is a debate and he has made some official statements, I have to say that I have no knowledge about what he spoke about Rajiv Shukla. So I have to deny it outrightly from that perspective. Second is about working with Jairam Ramesh sir. I work in a team, in the communications team under Pawan Khera as a chairman and Jairam Ramesh as a general secretary. I take the feedback, but at the same time, I share my working experience with him. He's one of the most knowledgeable person with such kind of vast depth of knowledge and memory with him. And certainly, as a junior working with him in the organization, there is so much of care and concern to his team members and everything, everything all the time. Especially when we worked in the Northeast, during the last elections time, there is so much of care and concern in him. But however, the feedback is kind of noted and acknowledged. We will say that one. I personally don't agree with it. At the same time, I need not have to get into an argument with you on that one. So that's your perception, which you have said. I take that with a sportsman spirit on that one. But I share my personal experience with him. Now, coming back to one of your questions on the Congress dividing the country, it's not. The caste censuses which we are planning to do is to take a stock of the situation where we are as a country and how we, because there is no survey after 2011, so we need to take a stock of this situation in the country, and then somewhere we need to do the balancing of things, basis on how we stand, where we stand. So without having a proper data on the caste survey as well as the economical standing where we have reached across, we will not be able to take a good political call on what has to be done for the benefit of a larger population of this country. So that's exactly what we intend by it, and there is no thought of dividing this country at all. We have great concern for the SC, ST, OBCs, women, and children. We have great concern for the farmers. You have seen that in our manifesto. We have offered a MSP for the farmers. So we are taking care of all the concerns which has been there in this country as countries concerned, different sectors concerned, different sects concerned in terms of what exactly the country is going through the pain. And we are trying to address that by resolving it. So let's see how the people will react to it. And the people, as I always say, the ballot is more powerful than the bullet, said by Abraham Lincoln. And let us see how the people use the ballot power this time. And we are very confident that people will believe, because the alternative question is not there, because you have seen the country delivering good governance under PV Narasimha Rao and Dr. Manmohan Singh, who have been elected after the elections, not being projected as a prime minister candidate, but being chosen as a prime minister after the elections. So there's a way in which we work. We have a space for disagreement. We have a space for people to frankly disagree with two disagreeing views. So that's how we work. And sometimes it looks not that great or bold in terms of an outlook which the others are projecting with fabricated lies all over the country, all over the place, stickering it. But we have a space for thought, independent decisions, independent minds to spar across their thoughts and disagree. So that is the beauty of the Congress. That is what got us the independence, where we put all the people from different thought schools coming and standing together under the Congress, where we disagree diametrically sometimes, and then still put together the fight for the independence. And that's exactly the practice of 139 years with us. We cannot throw it away just because that we have somebody who's doing bold lies across the country, because the nation will figure it out in some time. It's only a matter of time. The nation has already realized it. It is a bunch of lies which has been thrown to them all the time. That is the disinterest of the people in the franchising. And that's a cause of concern for all of us also. So that's how it is, because, and as you rightly said, our leader Rahul Gandhi's stand has been very clear from the very beginning. Irrespective of all the challenges he faced, he has been standing very firm on the stand which he took. And the party is standing firm on that one in the manifesto also. So that's where we are. And that's how we are going to face the people, and we are facing the people. And we are sure that we are winning substantially good in the coming elections, and June 24, we all will be celebrating the win. That's what we hope for. Thanks, Sujit.
Thank you so much, Matthew. Sir, last word from you before we call it a day.
I will only close with this. Sujit, to be honest with you, I'm sitting in Lucknow. The way I'm for last 3.5 years, 4 years, 5 years, the way we are conducting our channel. I know your channel. Be honest. Have you received a single phone call from any Congress spokesperson in Maharashtra or anyone that Mr. Sujit,
No.
I heard your thing, it was a good thing? Hey, I'm talking of the people in the UP, and not the personal level, not at the personal level. I have personal friends in UP Congress. I have yet to receive a phone call from Uttar Pradesh Congress, anyone. I telephone them कि please come on my show. नहीं, मैं जरा देखता हूँ, मुझे जरा टीवी पे जाना. टीवी पे जाके गाली खाओगे वहाँ. You will go there, you will be abused, but you don't have time to come on these channels. So these are the things. I have nothing to say. I mean, why I should be? It is Congress, baby. If I don't want to go to अगर मुझे किसी knowledgeable के पास जाना होगा तो I will go to my professor. I will not go to Mr. Jairam Ramesh. He might be knowledgeable for a congressman, but I am talking of his behavior. I am not talking of his knowledge. I am not challenging his knowledge. I am talking of the behavior which we see on a camera, which I don't know him personally. I have never met him, but the way he behaves somehow, uh, I find it is very distasteful. For any journalist worth his name, I will not go and Jairam cannot push me like that. I mean, the way he behaves. I am talking of his behavior, not his knowledge. Let me be very honest about it.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you so much for talking to me. Anandji, thank you for coming to my show. Matthew, thank you so much for coming. And Shashank, I hope I wanted to ask you a few more questions, but then it was so engaging that I couldn't. But all the same, thank you for joining and telling us what's on ground and how everything happened on ground. Thank you so much, Shashank. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Thank you, Sujit. Thank you, Shashank.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Sinji.